So in today's video we'll calculate the electric field at a point on the axis due to a ring, uniformly charged ring. Previously we have calculated for dipole electric field at dipole, and also we have applied the Gauss law and calculated for thin spherical cell and electric field due to infinitely long uniformly charged wire. So today we'll discuss the electric field due to a uniformly charged ring at points on the axis. So how will you proceed? So let's say that this is a ring of radius A. So we'll calculate the electric field. This is a ring. So we'll calculate the electric field at a point, let's say X from the ring, and let's say charge Q is distributed all over the ring and radius of the ring is, let's say, A. So we are interested to calculate the electric field at a point P, which is on the axis of the ring. Now let's say a small element, let's cut a small element having charge dq, and due to this dq there will be electric field at point P. Will direct like this. This is the axis, and let's say it will make theta degree with the axis. So this is your dE, electric field due to this small charge dq. Now the component of dE along the axis will be dE cos theta, and it will have also component dE sin theta in the perpendicular axis. Now as it is a ring, if we'll take all the elements, then there will be same force in all opposite directions. So dE sin theta will cancel out because it's a ring, so at different point it will have one opposite vector also, so it will cancel out. So the resultant electric field or the net electric field at the point P will be the sum of all the cos theta term, dE cos theta terms, dE cos theta 1, dE1 cos theta, dE2 cos theta, sum of all the dE cos theta. So first let's calculate what is dE cos theta. So dE is the electric field, that is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught from the formula. Charge is dq by distance from here to here is, it's a right angle triangle A and X, so this will be x square plus a square root. So this is r square, so that means it will be x square plus a square, and cos theta is b by h. If this is theta, this should be theta, so b by h, that means x upon, you can write this is x upon x square plus a square root over. Now if we will simplify it, then it will be 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught x dq upon, this is power 1, this is power half, so this will be, we'll add them, this will be x square plus a square power 3 upon 2. Now, so this is what you got your dE cos theta. Now total electric field will be the integration of all dE cos theta. So here you can see all the terms x, a square, everything is constant, so they will come outside. 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught x upon x square plus a square 3 by 2. So the only integration will make with dq, and the integration of dq, if we'll add all the small charges over the ring, then the big total charge, it will be q, because this q charge is distributed all over the ring, so the electric, so it will be q. So if we'll write it in one more equation, or the final expression will be E will be 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught x q, dq is q, integration of dq is q, x square a square 3 by 2, and this electric field vector, it is along, if you write it, this is E, this is your OP direction, so along OP in the vector form, if you want to write along O to P in the vector form. So this is the electric field at a point P on the axis of the ring, and the ring is uniformly charged by the amount of charge q, and where we calculated the net electric field at a point on the axis. So the result, final expression we got is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught. X is the distance from the center of the ring, q is the total charge upon x square plus a square 3 upon 2, that is that this distance between the charge and the charges of the ring and the P, the point where we are calculating the net electric field. Okay, so let us stop here. In the next class, next video, I'll discuss some more. I'll come up with a new concept. Thank you.